What's going on, guys? It's your boy Shadows Gaming 44 here, or Logan, and today we're gonna be talking about. So if y'all watched a couple story times ago about that abandoned mansion looking place we used to go to, well, you remember how I said that I might make one on the apartments a couple like miles away from it that are also really creepy, as like maybe like sort of a part two to that video, sort of, kind of. Well, here you guys are. This is that video, and I'm gonna admit, the apartments, like, I still think the house was way creepier, but the apartments were up there with it, alright? And I don't know, y'all let me think, like, comment down below which one do y'all think is creepier, like, if you watched the other video, you know? But yeah, here's the story about the apartments. So, you know, we're gonna give you a backstory of how I found out about the apartments and stuff, you know? And yeah, I found out by, you could guess it, Jimmy. And this time I was at Jimmy's house. He was like, alright, so here's how it all starts. Alright, so I'm at Jimmy's house and we're hanging out, and Jimmy goes, hey, you wanna see something cool, like right next to the mansion? And I'm like, what is it? He's like, I don't know, you'll see when you get there. I was like, bro, just tell me. Because Jimmy was known to like trick me into like saying there was something cool somewhere, but in reality he was just tricking me to like go to his girlfriend's house or something. That way I'd walk him. But he usually convinced me. So eventually I'm like, all right, fine, we can go. You don't have to tell me what it is. I really don't care. And he's like, okay, good, bet. And yeah, we start walking out the door, and we're walking, and we end up by the apartments. And I'm like, bro, are you just taking me to the house, or is it actually something by the house? And he's like, no, it's not the house, it's something else, something better, which I don't think it was better, but whatever. So we go up the same trail, and I'm like, yo, you're literally just taking me to the house. And he's like, no, 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 just keep coming, just keep coming. And I'm like, you know what, okay, fine, I'll go. And we're walking, and then instead of going forward to like continue towards the house, we turn to the side, and there's like this fence with a hole cut in it. And I'm like, bro, what is this? And he's like, yo, just look through and you'll see what it is. And I was like, okay, fine. So I looked through, and sure enough, here's this apartment. I'm like, yo, what is that? Is that like abandoned or something? And he's like, yeah, it's abandoned. You want to go in it? I was like, yeah, sure. Because I actually did want to explore. I didn't even hesitate. I was just like, yeah, sure, straight up. But he's like, alright. So, I never really tried to go in, but we have to like find a way in. That's what Jimmy says. I'm like, alright, fine. So we walk around, and there's still like glass, like for like the sliding doors, but yeah, there's still glass. And I end up going, and I find a rock, and sure enough, I'm like, hey, yo, like, I'm gonna break the sliding door, and we're gonna go in through that. And he's like, you alright, bet. So sure enough, I grab this rock, and I take a couple steps back, because I ain't trying to get glass in my face. So I take a couple steps back, and I chuck this rock at this sliding door as hard as I can. And sure enough, you just hear it shatter. Like, at first, it was just like a shut up phone. Who said you could make noise? But anyway, I shatter it, and yeah, so there's just basically like a print of the rock. Like the shape of the hole in the thing is a rock at first. Like it doesn't shatter the whole entire thing. And I'm like, dang it, bro. I thought the whole thing was going to shatter, but it didn't at first. So I'm like, we're going to have to go up and like kick it to like get the rest of it to like fall out so we can get in. And he was like, and Jimmy was like, alright, yeah, that sounds good. So we go over to it, and we start like chipping away at it. Like we start like tapping it with our foot, that way more and more glass falls off. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, like more and more glass starts falling off, you know, and eventually it clears out the whole little area and we can get in. But after that, we get instant regret, because Jimmy looks over and he sees a complete not part where we had to break in, like we literally could have just walked into a part on like to like our left, and we didn't see that before somehow. But Jimmy looks over and he's like, bro, why didn't we just go through that? And I look over and I'm like, I have no idea, Jimmy, don't ask me. He's like, yeah, alright, man. So we start going in here, and we don't go very far this time. Like, honestly, like, we're just horrified of this place, because like it's creepy as a mug. Like I said, the house was creepy. This was creepy, not creepier, but it was mad creepy. It was up there. Like it was undeniably close to being as creepy as the house. But yeah, we're like in here, and like I think we're in like only like one of the rooms on like the bottom floor. But we look over and there's stairs, and Jimmy's like, yo, you wanna go up the stairs? And I'm like, yeah, we can go try it. But like, keep in mind, we're paranoid about every single sound, because we don't know if we're trespassing or not. And which I think we were, but you know, it's whatever. But we did not want to get caught trespassing, because that would not be very swagtastic. That would actually kind of suck a little bit of Baduki. But yeah, that would suck getting caught. I know that was kind of corny, but whatever. It was suck getting caught. So we start walking, and like we walk like maybe like 3 steps up this staircase, and as we're walking up, we hear cars go by, and we're paranoid with every passing car. And we get to the 3rd step, and we look, and we're just too scared. I think we make some sort of excuse like, yo, I don't want to get caught, we should probably leave. I think that's what Jimmy said. But I low-key wanted him to make an excuse to get out of there, because I wanted to get out of there, because I was mad creeped out, bruh. Like the Conjuring apartment complex, like the Conjuring 2, I don't know, some sort of vibes you be getting from it. But yeah, we leave it for a day, and like fast forward like a couple hours later, we're talking about it. It's not much to talk about, so we're just gonna fast forward even bigger to the next day. And Jimmy's like, hey yo bro, you wanna go like explore more of that house? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And not the house, you know, it's the apartments. I meant to say apartments. Alright, don't judge me. But hey, he's like, yo, you wanna go explore more of them like apartments? Like, we didn't explore very much yesterday. And I was like, yeah, we didn't. We should go like explore a little bit more of them. So sure enough, we head out the door, you know, do all this stuff, and we get to the apartments again. But this time we actually have the balls to like do more in it, you know. Like we end up exploring a pretty decent amount of it. So we go, and this time we actually end up going upstairs, and we go up, and we're walking around. There's like holes in the walls and stuff, but like one of the holes in the walls leads to like a kitchen, and we go in this kitchen, and we go, and there's a countertop, and we go to this countertop, and there's a knife sitting on it, a literal knife sitting on it. And it's don't get it twisted, I'm not gonna make it dramatic or anything, because there wasn't, don't get it twisted, there wasn't like blood or anything on it, but like I was just pointing that out. I mean, a knife sitting in a creepy house, like this is pretty sketchy. But it seemed to just have like drywall and stuff on it, so it didn't really bother me for real. But after we see that knife, we grab it. Jimmy, we had like this little hideout thing like in the trail, you know, so Jimmy grabs it and he's like, yo, we can use this to sharpen sticks in the hideout. And I was like, okay, whatever you say. And he grabs it and carries it around, which I don't know, he kind of looked dumb carrying around a little kitchen knife. As I look back at it, it was just like a steak knife mostly. But he's walking around with that, and I'm just walking just normal with nothing in my hand, and there's like a crack in the wall, like a little like I don't know how to explain it. It was a hole, but like it wasn't like a little hole, it was like a big hole, like big enough to fit through. Like you could literally walk through it. It was like a chunk of the wall missing. And we walked through it, and it leads to this bedroom with like old clothes all over the floor, like old stuff everywhere. And we're looking around in there, and we look over to the wall, and there's like some demonic symbol looking thing, and like it was creepy. but we didn't have the brains to get a picture of it. We were just like, yo, that we are not supposed to be in here. We gotta get out of here, because like just something don't want us here or something. And Jimmy's like, yeah, agreed. So we start running down the stairs and we dip out the front door, and we dip back through the hole in the fence, and we just start running for dear life. Alright, like dear life. And we're sprinting away because, I mean, it's not even like we were getting chased by anything, but like as soon as we saw that sign, it scared us so bad to the point where our instinct was to run, even though there was literally nothing chasing us. But like, I don't know, it kind of felt like something was chasing us because we were creeped out to the maximum by that. But yeah, we're dipping out of there, and eventually, you know, we get home. But we remember we didn't have the brains to get the brains, or I guess the brawn, I guess you could even say, to get a picture of that like symbol thing. And he's like, yo, we gotta go back. We gotta get a picture of that so people will believe us. And I'm like, yeah, agreed. So tomorrow, you know, the next day, we end up going even further into this apartment complex. But this time we go back to the demon symbol. Like, we go, you know, we do the whole creepily slowly walking up the stairs and stuff, and we get to the demon symbol thing, whatever it was, and we get a picture of it this time. But after this, we actually kind of explore a little bit more of it. Like, I don't know how we had the balls to explore more of it when we got creeped out so bad last time we sprinted out, but we did somehow, some way. I don't know, but we did. So we explore more, and we're walking around, and there's just like ripped up magazines and stuff everywhere. But this time, we actually find a mirror, like a creepy old mirror, and Jimmy has the bright idea of throwing it through a window. So we throw it through this window, and um, we just kind of like, you know, start running out to like get to the mirror, because like Jimmy, I know it's superstition to not break mirrors because bad luck, da 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 da, but Jimmy for some reason must have never heard of superstition because he wanted to break the mirror. So we throw this old timey mirror out the window, run out, and we grab it like from the ground outside. And as we're grabbing it, you know, we prop it up on this tree. We take it to a tree and prop it up on the tree, and as we're propping it, we get it propped, and as I'm propping it, Jimmy goes and looks for like a rock or something to smash it, because I'm not the one smashing this. I don't want to have bad luck. I'll let Jimmy have the bad luck. I know that sounds bad, but like, come on. He should have the brains to know that's bad luck, but he didn't for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he does now. Maybe he just never heard of superstition back then. Who knows? Who knows what Jimmy, like, honestly, who knows? But yeah, he gets the rock, the mirror's propped up, and you know, as the mirror's propped, he throws a rock at this mirror, and somehow, some way, it doesn't break. But I'm guessing it gets really close to breaking, because like a little tiny crack is left in it, like maybe a couple of scratches, but not really anything. I don't know how the mirror didn't break. I don't know, some invents a mirror or something, who knows. But it doesn't break me. Like, yo, this is lame, let's get out of here. And yeah, for some reason, I know you think there's going to be like more, like we go in there and we hear a demon, but no, we actually end up walking away from the apartment complex. But I don't care. Like, I don't know if y'all are going to believe this or not, but I swear to God, we're walking away, and I'm walking, and I literally hear whispers in my ear. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I heard whispers in my ear. Like, I don't know what it said. It was just kind of like whisper, you know. It was something like that. Like, I didn't hear no words specifically, but I heard whispers, and I was creeped out to the max. Like, I didn't say nothing to Jimmy because I didn't think that would be our last time there, but I wanted to go back again, but we never ended up going back again. But I didn't say anything to Jimmy until they started like working to tear down the apartments, cause yeah, they tore those down with the house. And I'm like, like a month or two later, I'm like, Jimmy, bro, I never told you because I thought we'd go back, and I didn't want you to be scared to go back. But I heard whispers in my ear, like on the way out, like right in my ear. And I explained everything I explained to you guys, and yeah, Jimmy was like, yo, that's creepy, why didn't you tell me? And I was like, cause I wanted to end up going back over there, and I didn't want you to be scared to go back, so I didn't say none. He's like, oh, okay, understood, I guess that's fair. I'm like, yeah. But anyway, we never saw that apartment complex again, mostly because it was torn down into like a pile of rubble by a construction company or whatever. But yeah, we never ended up seeing it again. But it was mad creepy. Kind of sucks that both of those creepy spots got taken down, cause like we could have went there on Halloween or something. That that would have been an interesting story time. I already know that. But no, we didn't get to do that because they tore it down. But yeah, on that note, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. If you did like the video, it would be appreciated that you leave a like on the video, cause you liked it, and sub to the YouTube channel if you're not already. I looked at the analytics of the channel, the nerdy phrase for it, and seems that about half of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you enjoy the videos, why not subscribe? It makes sense to do that. And also maybe even show love to the podcast. Maybe even like share the love, spread it around to your friends, if you think they'll enjoy it too, because that would really help me out, and it would mean a lot to me, like do that. And yeah, that's all I have to cover. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm out. Peace.